everybody, and welcome to Blood Bowl. I am Complacent Badger.
I'm Syracilo.
And we are watching the Snarltoof Smashas versus the Sunday Speedwalkers.
The rivalry of ages.
Yes, 220 team value difference. So, gonna see some elf inducements.
Yeah.
It looks like the rain is carried over. Same
true.
Same pitch and weather.
Well, it's on a ship, so it's close to the coast.
It is on the coast, in fact.
Well, fair play. Is it in port or is it out of port?
It's in port.
Oh. Is it important?
Yeah, if you saw when it was coming in, we were on a boat on the port. It may not. Well, I mean, it is hosting a Blood Bowl game of a rivalry of the ages, so it may be important.
Good. I'm glad you caught that and followed it up. Thanks.
But I feel like it may be in poor taste.
It could be. It could be. So there is one redheaded.
I was thinking it, and I didn't want to be the dick. Thank you for being the dick. I was just gonna let it go, man.
Well, it's lopsided now, so
yeah, not a lot of mohawks.
Not a lot of mohawks. So it's I mean, the Smashas have had trouble with the Speedwalkers before. The Speedwalkers have had trouble with the Smashers. I think that that's going to be a potentially deciding factor.
Ooh.
There we go.
I think as of late, the Smashas have really been turning it around, and I think they learned how to deal with the Sunday Speedwalkers, and I don't think the Sunday Speedwalkers have met in that arms race yet, but this could be the change.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I think that the Smashas have built specifically for matches like these against coaches like this, and I mean that's a super good thing. After getting kind of knocked around for a fairly long time, it's good to see that somebody takes the initiative to remedy the deficiencies that they see in their team.
Yep. A little bit of danger right here with having your arguably star player on the sideline right here. I think I'd invest a lot to push Chesda off.
I would 100%.
Because really, with nobody having guard, all you have to do is put one orc right here. Yeah, right there, right here, and then just blitz with this guy one die and just hope for a push.
Right.
And you don't really run the risk because he's got block, so that's a good move. Orcs doing kind of their quick turn kind of thing, and the War Dancers putting themselves down on the first block.
Good lord.
It didn't look like there was a reroll for that both down.
You want to slow it down real quick and look?
I can't go back. And once it goes to the turn, it kills the chat log.
That's a frustrating thing.
It looks like a reroll was used, so I'm just going to... I think that reroll might have been used on putting orcs down in the first turn. But either way, that was a first turn whoopsie.
Yep.
Did Chesda get pushed off, or did Chesda go somewhere?
Pushed off.
I was... yep, just sitting there. Didn't get pinned.
Yep. So good defense, building that depth.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to suck up those blitzes. That's just nature of the game.
Yep. And then looks like the thrower is missing, Morgfang, unless I don't see him.
I don't know.
Did he keep him? Oh, there he is. He never plays that guy.
That's why would he not play his thrower on offense? Like, I get it. I don't always play my runner on defense.
I don't know. Some coach.
You're gonna use your thrower on defense?
I mean, that's the best time, right?
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at him. He's keeping the tree by itself.
Almost as if he's learned a lesson.
He's so grown up. Our little boy. He's so big and green.
But you know that 2 movement allowance, so he's in with the zona. He's in circle of hate.
But that take root, dog.
Right.
He's got that little tree.
But it's gonna end.
It only ends at the end of the drive, or if you put the tree down.
Yeah.
So he is absolutely safe for the remainder of the drive, unless unless Ducky Shoes finds a way to put her own tree down.
Well.
Oh no! Don't you do it.
All right. So this looks like a fairly certain touchdown at this point, I think.
Yeah, I think on that initial putting self down on the second turn, it was pretty inevitable with all the players on the pitch. But this is definitely showing it. Orcs are good for a touchdown and a half.
Right, and that's what they're gonna do. But it's up to the Elves to get a little fancy and try to get that penetration in there and see if they can't hobble some of these Orcs.
I noticed that this War Dancer is not in the place of where the action's happening.
I think that's the reverse safety. I think that's the out.
Yeah, but
hoping to get the ball and throw.
That's not the War Dancers. That's not their point. They're your cage breakers. They're your hammer on the anvil. They're the ones that are supposed to open it up. Nobody else is tooled out that way.
Right.
This fucking guy's not doing it.
Right. Strength 2? What? Go back to that.
Strength 2. That's what I say. That fucking guy's not doing it.
Yeah.
He's got all the boo-boos.
He did it. He did it.
He did it once or twice.
I tried, bro.
Look at me. Look at my fucking leg.
It's actually what's in a ponytail behind her head.
Yeah. Hey-o!
There it is.
The cheering immediately to the entire crowd. It's like, was ist das?
Let's do it.
So that was great. That's the Das Orcs not doing enough to protect, and then Elves coming in and being badasses. Strength 3 wins games. I don't think that's going to catch on.
Well, nobody said anything about it in the negative, so we can make it happen.
Yay! Using those angles. The death turn
awesome.
Uses up the apothecary and goes to a niggling injury on a level 4 lineman, Grok. That was excellent placement and good push.
I bet the Orc coach feels super silly right now.
Is he doing a pass?
He better be, because if he doesn't get a touchdown this turn after he got stalled...
Interception!
All
that shit I talked about inevitable touchdowns.
The important thing to remember is that everything that happened in the last 4 turns were because the Orcs couldn't put it in.
Yeah. They couldn't find the hole, and they couldn't put it in the hole.
Yeah.
That was... Man, and I was just heralding the Snarltoof Smashas is over their fears, and...
Well, let's make a concerned effort to notice that as soon as that War Dancer got involved, what happened?
There was a turnover. Yeah, a
turnover.
turnover of possession, not just a turnover.
Right. It wasn't an apple turnover. It wasn't a pineapple turnover.
None of those.
Even though that does sound delicious.
Yeah, after this vid, let's get some fucking turnovers.
All right. Let's get tasty action involved.
Oh!
I feel like that guy knows all about the turnovers.
Oh!
The pastries.
So, interesting.
Probably knows about the other stuff too.
Indeed. Interesting lineup, choosing to get that tree fleeing from those black orcs. So good.
Scared, bro? You scared, bro? What you scared for? Leap.
Leap?
I got a player with Leap. He's never leaped a day in his life.
Not once, not never.
That was a wasted expense.
And that was that's a 30,000, isn't it?
No, I don't know.
It is.
Yeah.
I was only
I was only out loud.
I was only asking so I didn't sound like a know-it-all prick.
Thanks.
Hence I said sounds like. I didn't say I think I am.
Right. Yeah. Our own perceptions of ourselves and whatnot.
So that looks like a touchdown.
Yeah.
Because he did.
Are you just going to jinx it again?
Fuck,
Can
dude.
you jinx things that happened in the past?
Yeah.
Do you have that capability?
That is my only superpower. I can jinx things that have already happened. I don't know what that means.
Well, I could explain it to you, but
no.
I don't have time.
roll out, long bomb it to fucking War Dancer Sabnor, or do that move. Does she think she could pass twice?
No. I've got faith that she knows that she can't pass twice.
That's
just
true.
Like you can't blitz and pass.
It's very true. I feel like that fucking lineman is about to go the way of. I'll find it. That lineman. Oh, on the ground again. I'm shocked.
Let's do it.
We've got to keep an eye on Hasserlin. I think a lot of good things are going to happen this season. Just take a nap, brother. Oh. Goodness gracious.
It'll be fine.
Did he just end turn without moving any of these guys over to contest? What? Get out of here.
Maybe the one guy that could have moved
Get out of here.
has already moved?
Pass block!
Oh!
There's a marble.
What a good use of that. And knowing that you have that player and keeping that player involved. That's good.
I don't know how much of that was on purpose other than the last choice of where to put it and then a really good roll.
I believe the whole thing was on purpose. I have faith in people.
I left my lanes completely fucking open because I anticipated a pass and then an intercept.
Well, here's the truth of it is, if you can play up against the War Dancer and then you have to dodge to use pass block, or you have to...
No, I was talking about just cover the fucking passer, man.
Oh, no, not the passer. You never cover the passer. You cover the receiver. Cover the receiver.
You can swat.
That's how you cock block,
no,
bro.
You can
cover the receiver.
You can swat that shit down, dog.
I know. I have learned from you that is a possibility, but...
I've never done that. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, but you showed me in a game when I should have used it.
Probably. I don't know. I don't even know what's happening right now.
Sometimes your words teach me, not just your actions.
But actions speak louder than words.
That's true, but that's only for somebody who hasn't had you direct into their head while they're commentating.
For hours upon hours, collectively. You're gonna do this. You're gonna like it. Do it. Do it. Do it. Get out of my head!
It's terrible.
So fucking old boy Moglop, the green terror.
Yeah.
Pass blocking and just sauntering up the field.
Yeah, I'm gonna change the way he saunters. If I ever get a hold of him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give him the old pimp limp.
Let's see if these elves can turn this around again. They do have enough movement and dodginess to get a 2-die against old Moglop. Pull this one over here. What do you got? Blocked off. Oh fuck yeah, dude. Get this. No, wrong. Well, do that one first. Oh wait, do they both have block dodge? Oh fuck yeah. I don't care then. Do both. Falund! Go Falund! Defender stumbles. Do it. Get it in. Yeah. Push him. Put him on the ground. Yeah. Ooh, not a good move.
Make a man out of him.
Not a good,
Yeah.
not a good move. After you used the blitz, you didn't have a chance to get the ball out of there. All you did was put that ball in a bad place.
Did they put the ball in the bad place?
Yeah. So yeah, that was not the best. It was a great move, and then turned into a terrible move.
Yeah.
How quickly we crumble when we don't pay attention.
Yep. And I see that so often where you're just like, holy shit, that fucking worked. What do I do now?
I fuck it up.
Well. I mean, if I was Brett, I'd just stay on the ground and do nothing.
You know what? That's what we should do. We should start teaching the school of Brett. Sometimes you do good shit, and then sometimes you just fucking stand around.
Right. Don't do anything bad. I get that you're not going to do anything. Just don't fuck this up. Like here's the deal. Either you're going to do good or don't do anything.
And Brett is the king of both of those. Unlike Blood King, who is the king of fucking shit up, whether it's himself, his teammates, the game, opponents. It's just that's all he does. Is blood for the blood god.
Just physics, just shreds physics.
I'm gonna fuck something up. Yay! There goes another orc. It landed on that seagull, but that seagull's invulnerable.
Why is Seagull invulnerable?
Fucking, he's an asshole.
All right.
There's the one on each side. Look at him. Look at the little bastard.
Yeah. All right.
It looks like he's got some blood from fucking Orc Boy.
Yeah.
Is that some blood right there?
That
is not the.
I believe so.
That is not
I
the.
believe it.
That is not the
No, they all
proper
have
bill.
the same
That is not the proper bill for a seagull. Look at that. Yeah.
You're 100% true. That is more of a seed-eating beak.
Yeah, it really is. Look at that fucking asshole. I guess we should watch the game, huh?
I don't know. What's the point at this point?
1 point.
What's the worst and or best that could happen?
We could. Nope. We could see a rousing game of catch.
Let's see some catch. Little pitch catch.
Mm-hmm. That ref's keeping an eye on Chesda.
Is it because of her booty?
Chesda, I think, is a guy. In fact, I think the only actual females on the elf team, whether you could tell or not, is the war dancers.
Not 100% convinced.
Well, I mean, it's the difference of tiggle bitties and negligent titties. Whoa! Whoa! That's some slippery ball. Nah, just a 1. That happens.
It does happen.
Chesda still doesn't have sure hands? I think I would have picked up sure hands instead of leader. Interesting. I never put 2 and 2 together.
It equals 4.
Yeah.
Save the suspense.
Thank you. Get it, Gorfak, do it. Can you score?
Strip ball.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with a go for it. If somebody helps.
Make it so motherfucking happen.
That would be amazing. Engage that orc. Don't help your ball carrier.
Don't worry about it. That ball carrier's fine.
Now you have the ball. You gonna throw it with the tree? How crazy would it be if trees could just throw any player?
I don't see why not.
That was a -3 to catch. I mean, I guess might as well go for it. It's not like the player can die from a ball catch.
You can die if somebody throws a...
Oh, so close. You can die. That would have been great. For the Smashas, man, I don't even know how that first drive crumbled, but other than that, I thought he did pretty well.
It crumbled just like a cookie.
Yeah, how did that happen? How did he take such a player advantage? I don't know. We'll never know. Even though we have the footage, we'll never know.
Because the footage doesn't indicate in any way, shape, or form how or why that happened.
And maybe it did, but we were Probably busy with, I don't know, talking shit like we usually do.
That's why they call it commentating.
It's for assholes who can't play.
Right. It's all about the tating.
So yeah, I thought the Snarltoof Smashas in that initial drive did pretty well. They really picked their game up the second half. Well, actually, you know what? I take that back completely. Retcon everything. Just take away that last minute of voice thing, audio. That's it. Yeah, not covering that passer properly and only putting one person on the war dancer. Yeah, the pass block worked out, but if that didn't work out, you would have been scored on.
Yeah, but I think that he was resignated to already being scored on. Like that was a thing. Like get her the freaking touchdown so that I can have a turn to go Hulk smash my way through the Speedwalkers team and get a touchdown myself.
I hate that mentality, man, because you can do as much as you possibly can to stop them, and if they're going to score, they're going to score.
Yeah, I'm with you.
But yeah, just cover the pass and don't crumble oddly on drives. Snarltoof Smash. Just play better Blood Bowl. Like I don't know. Yeah, that was not your best game, but not your worst either. So, yay! And the Sunday Speedwalkers. Why don't you start? Let me think. You die?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, you said what did I think?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said let me think.
No. I said what do you go first so I can think or let me think.
Oh, I didn't hear any of that.
Okay.
All right. So here's bottom line. Things started going better when you got your war dancer involved. You lost one. You can't be afraid to lose another one. That's your go-to guy when it comes to go-to gal when it comes to getting in and doing damage. So I think that makes most of the difference. On defense, you did a good job of getting people in the way. You have to accept that blitz is going to hit one of your people. Did a good job of accepting that and moving on and playing as if that didn't really matter. I would have liked to have seen a little better preparation on offense. You have to know your opponent, so knowing that guy had pass block, the chances of him using pass block was pretty inconsequential, so that's not a huge deal because all that does is the movement. It doesn't give an advantage to the actual interception. But knowing that guy was there might have made a bit of a difference. Other than that, I think he did a fairly good job of player management and ball management. I think that it was just a little bit unfortunate that you got intercepted, but I think that it was pretty fortunate that you were able to stop the first drive at the same time. So
yeah, that was an awesome stop, not giving up. That was a good move. Again, like you said, you need to get those war dancers in there on the offense, but do it smart. They've got blodge, they can take some hits and they can deal some hits, but you have to do it. You have to do it correctly. Don't take useless risk with them, but they need to be a part of the hits.
Yep.
And then you need, and this goes for all passing teams, infiltrate those catchers. You need to get in the backfield. Just get there. Go. Get in their backfield. You know, especially with these Agility 4 passing teams, man. You'll be surprised what kind of crazy dodges you can do after all your, after you kind of get set up around the ball, then you successfully pick it up, and then you go and you create a pocket. Then just start getting players down there. Infiltrate at least 2. 3 would be awesome. Get them out there, get them spread out. So that, because you're getting too many defenders on your ball carrier. Your pocket is going to crumble. It's going to happen. You flush out from the pocket, you do a decent pass, get it into the hand, score. That's your offense. That's what a passing game is. The passing game is, in this league, is becoming more of the dump-off style where you do a runner and then somebody gets hit and you throw it over. Now, obviously, not everybody's using dump-off, but it's kind of like, well, my cage is falling apart, so I'm just going to toss it. That's part of the running game. It's it's similar to rugby, how when you're in a shitty situation, you kind of just fucking get rid of the ball.
Yep.
That's not the passing game. That's part of the running game.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
And I think, especially the Sunday Speedwalkers, because they're the most built passing team, and they're an elf team, you need to really be showing how it can be done. And I haven't, all season, I haven't really seen you infiltrate and get, you should be getting 3 touchdowns a game, minimum, every game, because you're going to get scored on, because your defense and your player base is not going to be enough. But you need to score more than those running teams. They're going to average about 2 a game. If you can score 3 a game, you win.
Now, if you want to see a really good example of how to do a run, pitch, catch in the rain, go ahead and go look at that video of the Nordic kneecappers from this week, because that coach has got the fucking moves.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of SK sucking his own dick. Anyways, that was a decent game. There was a couple exciting parts with the interception and stuff, but I know both coaches are so much better than whatever happens between you two. When you get together, you both just kind of lose your shit and you start doing weird shit. And your Blood Bowl, and then you go and play other teams, whether they're leveled or not, and you do a really good job. So you guys need to get past whatever is going on between you two and play better Blood Bowl. Yeah,
mental block.
Yep. Otherwise, good game. Catch you later. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Blood Bowl. I am Complacent Badger.
I'm Syracilo.
And we are watching the Nordic Kneecappers and the Stalking Dead.
I'm a big fan of the Nordic Kneecappers. How do you think they're going this season?
I think they're a bunch of bastards, and the coach should fuck off.
Yeah, you can tell by the codpiece.
Yeah, that's a good codpiece, though. And I know my codpieces.
As the preeminent expert on codpieces.
No, Nordic Kneecappers. If I'm not playing, they're my favorite team.
I like it. A little bit of it's drizzling there, huh? A little bit of precipitation.
Un poquito. Let's see if that actually stays past the kickoff, because the Blood Bowl has changing weather.
Right. Which is possibly the most ridiculous thing. I mean, that's
the most ridiculous thing? Not dudes with axe heads on their foreheads or throwing goblins at each other?
Yeah, it's perfectly normal. But why would you make weather before the game just to, at kickoff, re-roll the weather?
Because most of the kickoff events don't affect weather.
Oh.
They need to have a weather roll to see what it is initially. See, look, cheering fans didn't affect the weather, so it will be pouring rain.
It will be pouring rain.
And look, a mummy!
Know how that son of a bitch.
Dude, mummies, so good, so strong, many hit. Wow.
Yeah.
That movement allowance 3 doesn't matter if you're right next to him.
Right. Brett and I had a conversation about what happened.
Oh! Zombie going in for Brett!
Kicked him right in the gonads. What he doesn't know is his gonads are not between his legs.
No, Brett...
Round about his ankle.
Brett, like most Yetis, kind of like belts his testicles to his ankle. That's where a lot of what those belts are, is just belting different body parts together. Like, I think his schlong is up by his shoulder.
That's true.
He wears it almost like a banner, like he'd won the Miss America pageant, but it's a dick.
It's a sash.
Yeah.
Sash. Yeah. So, 2 teams who shouldn't be affected by the weather, because I don't think anybody's going to be bothering to throw the ball.
Yeah, the scariest part is picking it up off the ground.
Right.
Because you're like, that's wet. Okay.
It's so underinflated.
Oh, that's a joke for the times. Oh, Moomy. Moomy,
yeah,
taking out some codpiece wearing gentlemen. Call Winslow the second. Does he just get messed up every game?
Yeah. So he's missed next game. No big deal.
He just gets messed up every time, because I thought he missed his Week 5 game because he got messed up Week 4.
He has 0 star player points.
He is just the worst.
He's not the worst. He's just the black guy on the team.
He's the first to go.
Let's hit the different looking one.
Oh man, I've seen this movie before.
Not the hairy guy, because he's got an axe on his helmet. He means business.
And I wonder, is Brett just green because he's disgusting, or he grows that way? Ooh, loner. Eat it.
Yeah. That was the we were talking about in the last video that was the one time where I was like, I really kind of need him to make that hit. So I rolled the loner, and as expected, fucking nothing.
Stalking Dead playing amazing right now, opening lanes and whatnot. Not closing this cage, though. That could end poorly, but let's see what he does. All right, maybe. Yep. Oh,
there it is.
whoa. Okay, that works, I guess. Odd cage, maybe just trying to get those zombies forward.
He did a stupendous job this first half on conscious ball movement, really. And all right, so look at how he's engaged on the left side and on the back there.
Mm-hmm.
Really kind of isolated my werewolves, and doing some good things with the ball, protecting it well. Now he's got a wall on that right hand side there.
Yeah,
huh?
that's why I don't like that zombie there, man. For a ghoul, this is not that hard to get out. But
So
with
I
that,
blitzed purposely to block that lane.
yeah, he's in a really sticky situation. The only change to it is if he rolls this white out and then rolls back that way for an easy dodge. But that's going to leave him open to a lot of Norse that are willing to kill him.
Right. So that's really what I did. I spent the entire time remobilizing every time he moved because he didn't really put me in a situation where I was able to take an advantage.
Yep.
I was very reactionary the entire time.
Putting that player down really opens that lane up. That was a good move. Dodging out. I had reroll, but you know what? That's why dodge is there.
Right.
So not an ooh, going for those going for it. He's got a decent. It's a kind of a sloppy cage, but it's breaking a lot of routes and whatnot, so it can work.
Right.
A really good blitz right here could put him in a bad situation, but that Moomy's on a good point.
Right. And he's sucking up my manning. You see, he's still got my werewolf up on top.
That loner
He's got
on
a lineman out to the side.
Yeah, using those 0 to 16 players perfectly. So opening it up right there, you got the lane closed off on the right. It's not hugely contested. The white and the zombie together could open this lane up and let the ghoul go down, but they wouldn't have protection because of Clang Nordic Sun is in a good position to retaliate.
See, that was the position that I wanted him in. I was hoping that they'd try to roll out to the right, and then I'd have a rebuttal.
Yep, and he's in a good position right now. He's got a couple turns. He needs a little bit farther before he can be super comfortable, but he's making progress.
Right.
He's already used his blitz back there, so he will not get many yards this one. And that's going to allow you to really set up a strong defense against the run. I know it's raining, but he needs to set up somebody to catch. Maybe the other ghoul. The other ghoul, instead of doing cage, since you have so many zombies over here, just get that ghoul out, maybe go for a quick pass, and then just get it. That'll also pull people away from being strictly just to stop the run. It's going to spread your forces.
Brett.
Yeah. So
he's like, put me back in my ice cave. I don't like getting rained on, bro.
Yeah.
Can I have an umbrella? Eller?
All right, so this is a tough place to go. He does have a pretty good lane over here, and you've committed pretty heavily over here.
That's true.
So with a couple go for it, he can get into an advantageous position. He just has to get this zombie up here and get this white to get Keldon Nordic Sun out of the way.
He looks like he's gonna do it, huh?
Mm-hmm. So often just to go back around instead of getting the distance. The turns are dwindling, man. You got to start making moves, and you got to do it with enough time to make a mistake.
Yeah. And the trick is that though he's moving effectively,
good. This was a good risk.
What a son of a bitch.
That was a good move.
So what happens is he left all of my guys without having to dodge out. So I'm pretty much every turn I'm able to remobilize all of my guys because he takes all of the risks in dodging out.
Yep.
So that balance between do I make a perfect cage or do I tie people up?
Yeah, when you have the opening in the back, you don't necessarily need to form that back portion of the cage. There's nobody that's going to contest that side over there. And this is where you start having to really count your bodies and where they matter.
Yep.
And you can't
So
you can't really afford to stick to those very basics anymore because you're down to 2 turns. You got to get in there. Brett eating up that blitz, that's huge.
Yeah, that sucks. So I had my werewolf on the top right-hand corner tying up 2 people, hoping just to get bodies now that he was free. That took him
handoff
6 turns to get free.
Oh, that'll work.
Yep.
That'll work. Doing the go for it, which is less risky than doing a handoff and getting it. So that was a great touchdown. That was an excellent turn. A couple bad rolls on your part made it to where he could take advantage of those bad rolls. All of those bad rolls were Brett.
Right, and that's what Brett does, is I tried to use, given the situation, I go, is it worth trying to get Brett to do it? Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. When Brett rocks it, Brett rocks it. And trying to put him on a blitz adds a 2, so it makes it a 2+ to, and he failed a 2+. So that's what Brett does.
Yeah, so perfect example, recorded and shown on how even somebody that's very skilled and has played for a long time and is doing other moves first, not just using their wild animal up front, can have an entire drive go against them because of that big guy.
Yeah, 100% true. Where I set it up so that if it went, it went, and if it didn't, it didn't. But that was, I mean, he had me kind of over a bench there between how he had the player advantage and how he had the position advantage, and I was always reacting to what he was doing. He played real good fundamentals, and it came down to a couple rolls. If it had gone my way, it would have been stupendous, but the fact that it didn't sucked, and that's all right.
And that's distilled Blood Bowl. If both players are playing right, then it just has to come down to rolls.
And then, yeah, really, it comes down to a 6.5 turn touchdown, and then, what am I going to do in the rain with 2 turns? And
his zombies and skeleton did a really good job of just maintaining and not going down to those werewolves.
Yeah. That sucked a lot of bodies.
He took your key players and just held on to them, and those zombies did their job. Those 40,000 salaried zombies took out your 120 or more werewolves.
Yep. He forced me after this match. One of my werewolves leveled, and I got break tackle on him because I was like, I can't believe that I'm too scared to dodge away on a 2 agility.
Yep.
And I keep hitting this guy with frenzy, and he's not going down.
Now don't be afraid to do those.
Now watch. See what happened there?
And also kind of shame on you for going for those zombies. But I guess for him, wow. So a werewolf in the rain. So I guess all those dividends that you got taken by Brett.
Right.
And got paid back in full. And sometimes taking the big risk that doesn't involve somebody dying.
Yeah.
If you're not doing something like a -3 to dodging, sometimes the relative risk with no real downside is worth it.
Right. And I was impressed that any of that worked, let alone all of it.
Yeah.
Let alone all of it in sequence. But a little bit of elf bullshit on the
Ooh, those MasterChefs not working. That's no bueno.
Yeah, that's going to make a big deal. But to be fair, because I'm so used to playing with teams who are sucking up my rerolls, I haven't been using as many lately. I would actually I'd be willing to get rid of one for team value if it wasn't for the prevalence of halfling master chefs.
Yeah, you just have them to suck up the master chefs.
And I got them first in the beginning, so they were cheap, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe when the teams start leveling out, then you can get rid of it.
Yep. But I want you to look that he didn't change his defense.
Left that flank open.
Yeah. I talked about it with him a little bit because I think he put too many people kind of on the line ineffectively, and
yeah, with the team that's better, that's just more skilled and stronger, you shouldn't put more than 3 on the line. Just put two guys and your big guy on there that don't matter.
Yep.
Because the mummy's not going to do anything but hit people anyway, so just put him where he's going to do the most damage. And he doesn't have to roll every turn. His presence there, oh, bye, Brett.
Fucking Brett.
Interesting that he didn't follow up. If he would have followed up, he would have tied up a player. And been able to strike. Actually, 2 players would have been more tied up, and he could have... Man, that was... Wow, just going... You're like, it worked last time.
What's the worst that could happen?
And then after getting scored on like that, didn't set up a pass defense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, I can understand maybe not immediately doing a pass defense, but when you see infiltration, send those ghouls over there, man. They've got the movement allowance. Yeah,
that was a little bit of a mistake. I saw him set up that way, so I go, well, shit. Let's see if we could do that shit again.
Yeah, and the -1 from the rain is easily undone by an accurate pass, so it's not like it makes it impossible. Ooh. Weird choice. Maybe he was the only one that could have reached it?
He is the only one that could have reached it because he was down, so he had to stand him up, and that was as far as he could go.
Oh, and wow. So it was originally a badly hurt, and you re-rolled it to... Oh, no, it was a dead. So is that the guy we were talking about?
No.
Okay.
That was week 7.
Okay. So touchdown there. So originally a dead, you re-rolled to a badly hurt, which brings him back next drive. That's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been getting beat up a lot lately, but not any more than any other team. But I feel it though because those guys are level 3 or level 2.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's the block is becoming more prevalent, so your ability to kind of shrug off hits. And people are getting a little bit more bold with hitting because they have block is more prevalent.
Yeah.
So, and also a combination of it just starting to level out a little bit.
That makes a big difference. People not being afraid to engage.
Did he receive the kickoff first? Oh, but you just scored. So yeah, disregard.
Yeah.
I was all
I don't understand the math.
Yeah.
Not that I ever understand the math, but that one in particular, I was like, I felt like I should understand the math. I don't even understand the question.
No, I went somewhere else for a minute.
All right. And that goddamn mummy is still standing there. Brett has done nothing.
Man, he is afraid of Brett.
Yeah.
He does have Claw and Mighty Blow. I'd be afraid of him, too.
I think he's watched a couple of these replays and seen what Brett can do. Brett's taking the day off. He's on a light week.
Yeah.
To be fair, Brett just got knocked silly, and then got thrown back on the field. You got it, boy.
It's gonna be a tough one, but he could still tie it up.
Yeah, he can. He's playing super well.
Yeah, he's playing a little bit too tight right now. Brett's follow-up, unfortunately, not the best place to be unless you can tie it up with some more guys, and it looks like you got the bodies to do it.
Yeah, but unfortunately, Brett doesn't have the option to not follow.
If he would have knocked him out the first one, that would have been really good, but he didn't. So.
Yep.
See, it might have been... it's so frustrating sometimes.
Yep.
If you just wait to do those big guys last, you could potentially take those both downs. You know, taking a claw hit is pretty scary, but mighty blow on Brett, man, that's one above odds to pen.
Yeah, but and the same aspect is you've seen against the Crazy Eights what you know, a both down with Brett can do.
Yep. But if you believe in the whole dice juju, you've always used the both down.
Yep, 100% true.
Interesting that you didn't try to kind of curtail and go behind.
Yeah, I like to engage, and I made enough of a wall on that corner where he's got to go far enough down and around to get any forward movement. It's not a huge deal.
And I'm a little surprised he's not using one of these, at least the ghoul or maybe even a white, putting it downfield to try to go for the pass as well. Seeing that it...
Obviously, it's working today because that's sticky ring.
Yeah, like, it worked for you. Why wouldn't he try it? A lot of these new players really afraid of the pass. Fractured Skull. Oof. Lose an armor value point. That is a worthless white.
Right.
Keep him until he gets a serious injury that affects his play, but if you can replace him, replace him.
Yeah. If and when, as soon as able. Well, that's, you know, one of those things where I have an armor value deficient player, and, you know, let him die if he wants to. I'm going to play him as usual, and that's what's going to happen.
So, actually a loss of a yard on that one.
Going for a full reverse, huh?
And then definitely not setting up any receivers, so might just be running down the clock. Obviously not purposely.
Right. At this point, he's still forward-minded, but...
Yeah,
So this is me just trying to kind of tie up some people, get some hits in, and gain the advantage to get to that ball carrier. Because I'm still thinking, I got enough time to get a touchdown if I can get that goddamn ball away from him.
Tisk, tisk. Neither player playing backfield. And neither player defending backfield.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple guys who are free, so I know that I can get back there if I need to, but I'm focused on the run because I'm pretty confident that that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, not a bad gambit.
And I've got enough players who are loose and able to move if they need to.
Loosey-goosey. All right, so
Yep.
losing an additional yard.
He's just he's exactly as I planned. He's just gonna slowly but surely march it back for me.
Yeah, it's this is not gonna work.
But you look at how that uncontested cage can really frustrate the defense. I mean, just to get the ball, but I mean, he's not moving, so that's...
Well, he's kind of doing your work for you.
Yeah.
He's not progressing up the field, so you don't really need to put too much pressure on the cage, and you have a presence where you can slowly whittle down his numbers, which you're doing.
It's kind of my MO. It's Latin for modus operandi, in case you were curious.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad to help.
So you can see slowly losing players because he's not making moves and he's not forcing you to make risks. He's just giving you the field.
Right.
So now opting to take massive risk, now that he's seen that he's got basically nowhere to go, and then doesn't commit to the risk and just flees back again.
Right. So what's he going to do to protect that guy at this point?
He's got no bodies. They're all gone, so nobody's downfield. Covering up your lanes just to make sure in case anything weird happens.
Right. Priorities, you know what I mean? Because something's going to go wrong eventually. So what am I going to do when it goes wrong?
Looks like puppy dog face, not my son, is gonna have a good time. Oh, goes for that hit. So going for the containment first. Bold.
Well, I would say it was dapper.
I was being facetious. It's not bold.
Oh, it's not bold.
No.
Oh. Oh.
I would have gone for the hit and tried to get that touchdown last turn. It's 3-star player points. But meh. Now he takes all the ridiculous risks and potentially kills this player now that he has no chance of scoring a touchdown. I will never understand this thought process.
Right.
Can't score, better run into people and then do terrible dodges.
Yeah. And that was the one regret, like, now that it's at that point where you're like, it's for sure, I'm like, son of a bitch, I'm one fucking square shy.
Play that backfield, dog.
Yeah. But that's, how many passes did I succeed today?
2. No, actually 3. You just got another one.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks. All it has to do is fucking rain.
Yeah.
Can't do anything when it's sunny.
Yeah. Alright, so all I got for you, man, is probably play your backfield a little bit more. And their backfield as well. Just for defense and for the off chance that you can get a touchdown. I guarantee you if this league would pay more attention to just that last 2 turns of having somebody back there. And you don't even need to have them back there for the entire half. You just start moving somebody in the last 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah.
If people would do that, their scores would increase. Between the 6 games that happen every week, I think there would be at least 2 or 3 touchdowns more every week if people would do that.
I'm with you. And, you know, as we've shown, those touchdowns drive the victories. You know?
And for the Stalking Dead, I think this is we had this conversation with Tasty Action, I think, 3 weeks ago, where I think you've got the fundies down. I don't think you're lacking in the fundamentals, but now you need to learn when they're useful and when they're not, and when you need to start branching out and finding your own play style. You need to find where that niche is that you can carve and get into a groove. The Crazy Eights have done a really good job of that. They get to those fundamentals and then they find their place and kind of spread out and take off like a beautiful peacock of blood and carnage.
Blood and carnage. Yeah, I guess the important thing is we see you doing it, but are you doing it because that's all you know, or are you doing it because you understand why and how that's useful? So show us the next step, the growth, the understanding. We can see that you can do it, but show us that you understand the reason and that you can go further than the basic.
Yep. And that's a terrible MVP.
Yeah, and that wing. Get a little more action on the wing.
Yeah, careful with putting your guys. You always want to put as much protection as you can on both wings, because if you lose that, it's not close enough for a lot of players to get there to defend it. If you lose the center, you generally have enough time to rally.
True.
I'm not saying you should give up the center, like I've seen sometimes happen. All right, but on that, goodbye.